The presence of certain pieces of machinery can be quite evident, although their absence is not often noticed. The latest technological innovation has put back the machineries of the 1980s. Today's video is about those everyday objects that disappeared. Would people have expected a life without these everyday objects? The first item on the list is payphones. Payphones were an obvious thing to have in public places. They were the only way to connect to people when you were out of your house or office. The dropping sound of coins in a payphone was a noise of the crowd until everybody started carrying their own cell phones. Payphones are impossible to find these days as people don't need them anymore. The cigarette vending machines are the next item that disappeared forever. Cigarette vending machines provide different cigarettes without having to go to a store. The machines were found in restaurants, bars, and public places. It was operated by either coins or tokens. This convenient way of purchasing cigarettes resulted in declining health in people. Due to risks regarding health, these machines were banned in many areas. The paper TV guide was an essential in the era of TV shows. Before the internet and social media, the biggest source of entertainment was TV shows. Nobody wanted to miss their favorite show, and TV Guide was the only solution. TV Guide has the information regarding the airing of a show for an entire week. This guide provides you with the details like time, channel, and a small description of the upcoming episode. These guides can be purchased in a newsstand or will be delivered to your home weekly. As the world progressed, the number of channels increased, and a weekly magazine could not keep up with the shows and channels. Hence, the TV Guide disappeared. The Jukebox was my personal favorite among the disappeared objects. A rare piece of machinery from the 90s is the jukebox. It was usual in every diner, bar, and restaurant. Jukebox had a variety of music. People could play their favorite music while they dine. The invention of iPods and streaming options of songs were the end of jukebox systems. Getting the favorite song of your crush in the cafe could have been a lot easier if Jukebox still existed. Newspaper vending machines were the best innovation in that era. Nobody reads newspapers these days, but remember we had a time when newspapers were the only source to know what was happening around the world. And newspaper vending machines are from that time. The machines will be loaded with newspaper early morning. It was found in public places and pathways to make it convenient to grab your newspaper on the way to work. A phone book was a master brain project. Today, it is easy to access a business or a person. Contacts are available everywhere. But decades ago, the only way to contact people was to call their telephones. The phone book provided telephone numbers of major businesses and people in a particular area. This was a must-have directory in every household to maintain social relations. The white pages in the directory indicated residential contacts and the yellow pages had commercial contacts. The typewriters are the next object on our list. Typewriters were a necessity in every office and even some households. These are some of the vintage items people still love to keep in their outlets. The typewriters were used to generate written documents. It worked by pressing keys, and although typewriters were reliable, they had limitations in formatting and correcting mistakes. Typewriting did not give us a chance to correct the mistakes in printed paper. This drawback was solved by the latest inventions, and hence typewriters became unnecessary. Carbon papers have also disappeared forever. Before developing the idea of storing documents as files and drives, information was stored manually. Carbon paper was a necessity in every office to make a copy of bills. Carbon paper was placed between two pieces of paper, and due to the pressure applied, copies were made. The aesthetics of certain objects like these make us want to go back to the 90s. The vintage vibe of this machinery was too good to forget. These were the everyday objects of a society decades ago. Development made these objects disappear almost forever. A lot of these objects are only used for vintage vibes these days. The purpose of these objects were taken over by other in a more efficient way, hence these things became useless. We never know what will be replaced in the coming years. Which among today's machineries do you think will be outthrown in a decade? Let us know your answers through comments. As we conclude today's video, do not miss out on subscribing to our channel and liking the video.